9. How is there 9 releases this weekend? Seriously. And then, yes, I am a stubborn SOB when it comes to Avatar. Guilty. Guilty. All right, Chase Lehocky here with the Blue Futon, going over the box office predictions of 13 through 15 January. And why Box Office Mojo might not say 9, I have 9 movies going to my theater this week. Okay? Let's go with the ones you probably never heard of or, not from America. All right, there is 4 of them from India. One called Thuniva, then one's called Varisu, the one's called Veera, Simha, Reddy, and the last one is called Waltair Veerayya. I'm saying that completely wrong, but there are 4 Indian movies coming to my theater this weekend. Bonkers. But rather than that, there are actually 4 wider releases and 1 very, very indie release. And the indie release is from is an American movie called Skinamarink. I have no idea. Apparently, it's like a $15,000 budget film. Very low budget. It is only playing like at 7 o'clock at the theater, which I'll see because why not? It is a 3-day weekend. I got time on my hands. So the 4 main ones, one came out last weekend, A Man Called Otto, which I didn't expect to get in the top 5 with only 600 screens. That's my fault. Then we have House Party, and that could be a limited release screening, so I'm not 100% sure on that one. And the 2 bigger ones, if I want to put it that way, is The Devil's Conspiracy. And that movie is from Czech Republic. So we'll see how that does. And then the Gerard Butler Plane movie. So this is a bonkers weekend. So let's see how I did last weekend. Or I was thinking number 5 was going to be Whitney Houston at 2.8. It only did 2.4. I mean, I'm 0.5 off, or 0.4 off, less than the 0.5, so I'll take it. But that was actually number 6. Number 5 was actually Black Panther. I was expecting 2.9. It did 3.5 for me. Number 4 was actually A Man Called Otto with 4.2 million. Pretty crazy that it actually went that high for that movie. Maybe because it's Tom Hanks? No freaking clue. But I was not expecting that at all. Number 3 was Puss in Boots. I was thinking 10.1. It did 13.5. Pretty damn impressive. I'm happy Puss in Boots is doing this well. But I'm literally confused why it's playing on Vudu now. Get that money. I don't get it. Don't get it. Number 2 was Megan. I was expecting 22, doing that smile. 30.4. Bonkers. This is a movie I thought was mid at best. So getting 30.4, and now there's a sequel. We know what's happening. Number 1 was Avatar. I was thinking 36.2. It did 45.8. It did a 32% drop, so a lot better than I thought. Maybe just I'm on the anti-Avatar train. I'm not saying it's a shit movie, but it's a movie about blue avatars on Pandora. I just don't see how it's like, oh. But then also we got to think about this as well. It's like it might pass Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home did not have China. Avatar did. So there's a lot of other factors people need to look into that. Anyway, what do I think is going to happen this weekend? But before I go into my top 5, let's go into the other movies. I don't think any of the Indian movies are going to hit the top 5. I'll say they'll be lucky to hit 1 to 2 million. They'll be lucky, in my opinion. One of them might hit 3 million, and that's the Thuniva one, which, if you watch that trailer, it looks freaking bonkers. The Skinamarink, maybe it'll get 100K. Maybe. Then we have House Party. That is another one which I just don't know how many screens it's going in. It could be like A Man Called Otto, where it's only 600. Then it could be a 2,000 screen one. But I just don't see that one hitting. Like I said, but that one really matters on how many screens it is. And at this time, I don't know how many screens it's going in. And then The Devil's Conspiracy. There's been no trailers for this. It'll be lucky to get 1 to 2 million, in my opinion. So let's continue on. Number 5, I'm going with Plane with 7 million. To me, I think this has enough oomph to it to get to that 7 to 10 million range. So I'm kind of going on that lower level with 7 million. Puss in Boots, 9.9 million. 30% drop. Why would I think it would do anything less than that? It is a 3-day weekend. However, I'm only doing the Friday to Sunday, not Friday to Monday. So that's why I'm going for 9.9 million. Number 3 A Man Called Otto, 10.5. If this is actually going to a lot more screens, going in the 2,000, 3,000 range, why wouldn't I think it jump up drastically? If it literally went from 30 screens to 600 and it jumped 3,000%, why wouldn't it go higher this weekend? So that's my justification. Megan will be number 2. I'm going with this steep drop with 13.1 million. I think whoever saw it. I mean, I don't know what the critic audience score is. I know the critics are at 93. To me, it's still just a mid PG-13 horror film. They could have pushed the boundaries, but it is what it is. So I'm going with 13.1 for this weekend. Pretty steep drop, though. I could be wrong, though. It could be more 15, like a 50% drop. I'm looking at horror movies, PG-13 ones, and they usually are around that 55, 60% drop. Then the third weekend where it kind of goes back up to okay levels. But what do I know? Then Avatar, number 1, of course, 30.2. That's another 32% drop. Why would I think it would change from weekend to weekend? So there we go. Here is my recap of the top 5. Number 5, Plane with 7 million. Number 4, Puss in Boots, 9.9 million. Number 3, A Man Called Otto, 10.5 million. Number 2, Megan, 13.1. And number 1, Avatar, 30.2. Like I said, could House Party jump in there? I don't think it'll hit 7 to 10. That's just my personal opinion. Chase out with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what things Bhutanotopia. You Blue Futonians. Thank you for watching my fantastic day. And let me know what I think. Because if I just suck, just say, Chase, you kind of suck at this. And I'll be like, you're right. You're right.